One of the benefits for being the area director for FCA Oakland is I get to see the power of Christ transform the lives of athletes. And in our next segment, you're going to get to see and hear the testimony of 6 local athletes. So thank you to middle school athletes Connor and David, and high school athletes Grace and Andrew, and college athletes Courtney and Nicole for stepping out of your comfort zone and sharing your personal stories. Let's go, athletes.
The FCA has really impacted my spiritual journey because it taught me the four and also that God is real and sin is real. It also showed me that God loves me so much that he sent his one and only son to die for me so I can live in eternity with him.
Hi, I'm Connor, and I like FCA because it gives me a chance to talk about my faith at school with my peers and friends. I also like FCA because I can connect my faith with sports in ways that I couldn't before.
Hi, I'm Grazia Russo, and I've been a member of FCA for the last 2 years. It has been one of my favorite experiences throughout my high school years. I've been blessed to meet a lot of my friends through this club. For me, it's great to have friends that share similar beliefs and dreams that I have. There are many common values that are shared among this group, such as good sportsmanship and the drive to spiritually get better. I personally try to carry this out every time I step out on the court or course. I want to thank all the great teachers at Chippewa Valley High School that take time out of their busy lives to make sure that this club is as great as it is. I'm so grateful that I've been a part of FCA for the last 2 years. It really changed my life. Thank you, FCA.
My name is Andrew Miller. I'm currently a junior at Avondale High School, and I'm going to talk about the impact that FCA has had on me. I first learned about FCA the summer before my freshman year. Coach Morton came and spoke to the football team one day before summer practice, and after listening to what he had to say, I knew that FCA was something that I needed to be a part of. At that point in my life, I was relatively new to my walk with Christ. I only began to know Jesus my 6th grade year, so I was pretty inexperienced as far as being a follower. But FCA was something that I wanted to be a part of. Fast forward to our very first meeting, we had 5 people show up, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but at that point, that was all that we needed. Each meeting we grew closer to each other and with God, and with each meeting I grew more outgoing as far as my faith. That following football season, I would be voted a team captain, and I would lead the team in prayer before every game. And that following wrestling season, I earned the nickname Pastor Andrew from my peers because I would always ask to pray before meets, tournaments, and practices. Looking at the Avondale Huddle now, we have over tripled in size from our very first meeting. FCA at Avondale now is, a place where anyone is welcome. It's a very large support group for our athletes and for me personally. It gives me a group of people that not only depend on me, but also people that I can depend on. With each and every meeting, we grow closer to each other as well as with God. FCA has given me, as well as many other student athletes at Avondale, a fellowship unlike any other, and I'm so thankful to God for putting FCA in my life.
Hi, my name is Cordy McGarity. I am currently a student enrolled at Lawrence Technological University. I play football there, and I graduated from Chippewa Valley last year. I was part of the FCA group there as well. I would say the way that FCA has impacted me the most is allowing me a route to begin fulfilling the Great Commission. That's definitely one of my strongest callings, and it's given me an opportunity to go and start to do that. Definitely, I have to mention the community, being around other believers my age and be able to dialogue with them and build relationships with them, and then to even go back to Chippewa and pour into the people that are a little bit younger than me has been extremely encouraging in my faith walk. I think it's something I look forward to every time I get the chance to be there, be amongst a group or a huddle from FCA. I think one of the greatest things that I think FCA has brought to me, especially from the transition from high school to college, is the ability it has to break down campus barriers. So the walls that our institutions put up, with FCA, you can kind of reach over those, because I go back to my high school, and Lawrence Tech's campus, our FCA group has been intermingling with Wayne State's, and I think without FCA, I don't think it's a lot harder to have that connection. So I think just the cross campus connections that are made are incredible, and I'm really excited to dive deeper into them. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Grilling and I'm a student athlete at Oakland University. And this past year, God has been so gracious, He's been so kind, and He has been moving. I've been so blessed to be part of the revival and the startup of FCA back onto campus. And it all began at a festival we call GrizFest. And that's basically where all the organizations come and they present to the student body and recruit people in and talk about the organizations. And for me, I did not know what FCA was at all. I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was super uncomfortable, but I knew I was called to this opportunity. And that's the thing about faith, is that when you're uncomfortable and you put your entire trust and your faith into God, He works, and it's all for His kingdom. And it's just so amazing to just see how that worked. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance for what we do not see." So then the first meeting came around and we only had 2 athletes come, and I was nervous. I thought I messed up. I thought this isn't what God wanted me to do. But God called me to be patient, and God also works through our patience. And through that time, God has shown me so much, and He's been so gracious towards me and has led FCA to what it is today, where now we have about 40 people coming. But something I learned this past year is that it doesn't matter how many people come to FCA. It doesn't even matter if FCA is on campus, but it does matter how you impact others. And that could be just through seeing them in the training room. It could just be saying good job after a good game or a good race, and being gracious and kind towards others. And it only matters about the single person. It doesn't matter that you're reaching a whole audience. Now, it's amazing that it is, but it's also, you got to remind yourself about the one person that you can impact.